Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Listen, if you are completely tired of financial headaches and you just want to finally master your money, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're demystifying personal finance, and we're really going to focus in on how the 5-step budget works so you can build a stress-free, highly effective system for your wealth. Be honest for a second. Do you ever wonder where all your money actually goes at the end of the month? Let's just normalize that financial anxiety right out of the gate. Millions of people earning perfectly decent, even really high incomes, struggle with this exact same question. You are absolutely not alone, and it is not some sort of character flaw. Usually, it just comes down to lacking a clear, reliable system.
All right, so here is our incredibly logical roadmap for today. 1. Why you need a budget. 2. The 5-step budget plan. 3. Popular budgeting methods. 4. How to stay on track. And 5. Mistakes to avoid.
Let's kick things off with Section 1. Why you need a budget and taking control of your finances. Simply put, a budget just tells your money exactly where to go, instead of you looking back a month later wondering where on earth it went. It significantly reduces your financial stress, but it does require a bit of a paradigm shift. See, without a plan, most of us spend our money first, and then we try to save whatever's left over, which, let's be real, is usually absolutely nothing. But by flipping that script to save first and then spend what's left, we completely change our financial lives. It's this tiny shift in mindset, but it produces massive, life-altering results.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 5-step budget plan, your actionable formula. This formula takes a potentially overwhelming task and turns it into a super straightforward process. You do not need a finance degree for this. We're going to walk through calculate income, list expenses, find the balance, set goals, and choose a method. So diving right into Step 1, we calculate your after-tax income. This is absolutely crucial. You only want to count the actual money that lands in your bank account, plus maybe any average side hustle income you've made over the last 3 months.
For Step 2, we list every single expense, and these are going to fall into 2 buckets. First, you've got your fixed expenses, things like rent, insurance, the internet bill, stuff that stays exactly the same every single month. Then you have variable expenses, like groceries, eating out, gas, which constantly fluctuate. A massive pro tip from our source material here: pull out your last 3 bank statements so absolutely nothing hides from you, especially those sneaky unused monthly subscriptions. Okay, let's hit Step 3 and see how this builds with a real-world example. Let's imagine you bring in $2,800 from your salary and freelance work. That's your total monthly income. Then you subtract your total monthly expenses, which we'll say are $2,600. When we do that simple math, we reach the moment of truth. Boom! $200. The crucial point here is that this $200 is your positive budget balance. It literally means you have money left over. This isn't just a random number. It's pure financial potential that can go straight into your savings account or be used to aggressively pay down some debt.
Now, when you run your own numbers, you're going to get one of 3 results. If it's positive, great, save it. If it's 0, actually, 0 is perfectly assigned, meaning every dollar has a job. But if your number is negative, do not panic. Seriously, giving yourself this crystal clear visibility is exactly why you're making a budget in the first place. A negative number just means it's time to figure out where to make some targeted cuts.
Moving to Step 4, we must set specific financial goals. A budget without a goal is just a boring list of numbers. Take this statement for instance: I want to save $2,000 by December 2026. It's highly specific, it has a clear deadline, and it is entirely measurable. Whether you're building a $1,000 emergency fund or saving for a house down payment, treat saving for those goals exactly like a mandatory monthly bill. All right, Section 3, popular budgeting methods and finding what works for you. Step 5 of our plan is choosing a method, because honestly, the absolute best budget in the world is simply the one you'll actually stick to day in and day out. The most popular method for beginners is the 50-30-20 rule. It ensures everything is perfectly balanced. 50% goes to your absolute needs, 30% to your wants and fun money, and 20% is locked in for your future savings and debt repayment. It's delightfully simple, totally flexible, and incredibly effective. But hey, what if you want maximum control? That is where zero-based budgeting comes in. With this method, every single dollar of your income is assigned a highly specific job, ensuring your income minus your expenses equals exactly 0. Literally nothing is wasted, and you are acting with maximum intention for every single penny you earn.
Or alternatively, If you tend to overspend on variable categories like food or entertainment, the envelope method is a fantastic physical hack. You literally divide your cash into physical envelopes for each spending category. The beauty of this? It forces you to stop. When the cash in that envelope runs out, your spending in that category is completely done for the month. Hard stop.
Which brings us to Section 4, how to stay on track and turning plans into habits.
Because let's face it, creating a budget is the easy part, right? Actually sticking to it over the long haul without losing your motivation, well, that's the real challenge. So to stay on track, you want to build powerful little habits. Spend just 10 minutes every Sunday reviewing your budget and checking your spending. Use an app to make it frictionless. Automate your transfers so savings happen magically on payday without you even thinking about it. Tell a friend to keep you accountable. And seriously, make sure to celebrate your small wins. And importantly, give yourself some grace, because you are not going to be perfect at first.
It's really important to remember that most people need 2 to 3 months before budgeting feels natural and automatic. Budgeting is a skill, just like riding a bike. That first month is always going to be the hardest, but by month 3, it will absolutely become second nature.
Finally, we're at Section 5, mistakes to avoid and tools to help. Before we wrap up this explainer, we really need to quickly troubleshoot some common pitfalls. Don't make your budget so amazingly strict that you cut out all your fun money, otherwise you're just going to burn out and quit. Remember to plan for those irregular annual subscriptions or sudden car maintenance bills. Make sure you actually track what you spend, because a budget you don't check is basically useless. And above all, never give up after just one bad month. Everyone has them. Just hit reset and start fresh the very next month.
And you want to know the best news? You do not need to spend money to manage your money. Try out a simple, customizable Google Sheet, or leverage some incredible free apps out there like Mint, EveryDollar, YNAB, or Pocket Guard. These tools automatically categorize your expenses and make tracking incredibly easy and visual.
So I want to leave you with a final, empowering question. Now that you have this complete 5-step formula, what is going to be your very first financial goal? Take a second, write it down, put a deadline on it, apply what you've learned today, and take your very first step toward true financial freedom.